right? Like that's what I do. I help build confidence. I help kids with their anxiety. I help motivate kids. I help them just feel good about themselves and help them realize that when those negative thoughts come in, you don't have to believe them. And that was something I didn't realize. I didn't know that. And I just thought, well, whatever I thought, it's got to be true. It's got to be true. And no, it's actually not. And you can question those thoughts. And I've loved every minute of it since. I would begin to teach them certain lessons. And it was amazing when they started to learn that, wait a second, my brother called me this name, or my brother told me that I wasn't good at something. I don't have to believe that. Like, wait, I actually, in my mind, I can actually choose whether or not I believe that, even if my brain is telling me, but wait, they must be right. Or so and so, like one of the kids in school, maybe somebody at recess said something that wasn't nice about somebody's shirt or whatever. And then the kid would be in tears. And then I'd work with that kid and say, just because they said that right there, that your mind generated some thoughts about that. But what's so cool about the mind is you can create any story that you want. Like, you can create the story. And that was what the thing I would emphasize to the kids is, like, you're the storyteller. Like, when we allow that outside, that those circumstances outside of us to dictate then what we think and what we feel and how we act, we're now being like their puppets there, right? We're not flying our own plane. So I just love helping kids with this, because that when they see it and they get it and they experience it, it's the best. Which is why I think the power is within the kids, because kids are so open and willing to absorb all that, right? They haven't spent 15, 20, 25 years of just no, 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 and really kind of building those neural pathways one way. I mean, that neural pathway lesson is so powerful when I teach it to kids, and they're like, wait, really? That's how our brains work? And they want to learn more. And I am also a big believer, obviously, I gave two sports examples, of teaching the kids that their results do not define who they are, right? That is not who they are. And so many times, and not even just sports, but so many areas of youth, kids learn, and not that it's anybody's fault or not that anybody's trying to teach them that, but they become identified with some sort of result or some sort of outcome, and then they think that's who they are. And part of the reason being is because, as parents, we get all super excited when they do well, but we don't get as excited when they don't do as well. And again, the parents aren't teaching that on purpose. They're not purposely trying to teach that message of, hey, we really love you, we care about you, we're all excited when you do well. So I really, really, really try to work with kids to get them to understand that no matter the result, that does not define who they are. What defines who they are is how they go about it, the effort they put into it, how they feel about themselves after it. But kids, when they start to absorb it and then they start to use it and see the results, that's the most powerful part.